Diwali is the festival of lights, and so what does light signify? It signifies goodness, knowledge, wisdom, and hope. It is a symbol for the knowledge and wisdom needed to live a happy life. We all want to be happy in our lives, so what should we do to be happy? Some guiding ideas are presented by Lakshmi, who personifies the four goals of life through her four arms. The first is Artha, which means the means of living. Artha includes taking care of your financial wellness and earning a good living, as well as taking care of your health. Generally, it refers to the things you need to do to take care of yourself and to give yourself the means to live. The second is Kama, which means desires. Kama refers to your passions, but it also includes finding the time to do the things that make you happy. And so these two, Artha and Kama, are the lower two arms because they must be carefully balanced against the upper two arms, Dharma and Moksha. So Dharma means support. It refers to supporting your family, your friends, your loved ones, but also your community, your society, your country, and your planet, the environment. And so Dharma means supporting your fellow humans and working to better the world around you. Lastly, Moksha means liberation. Bad things will happen in life, and all we can do is learn to overcome them without being too emotionally affected by them. Moksha means learning to manage our emotional reactions. It is liberation from worries and anxiety. So, one example of that in my mind is how Ram reacted when he found out that Sita had been kidnapped. I imagine in my mind how he must have felt in that moment when he found out that some guy with a flying chariot kidnapped his wife, took her to the furthest point on the Indian subcontinent from him, where he was the king of a very powerful and wealthy nation. Meanwhile, Ram was an exile with no kingdom or army, living with his brother in a hut in the jungle. And so in that moment, he could not have possibly had any idea how he was going to get her back. In his shoes, I would have felt distraught and thoroughly hopeless. But he maintained his composure, and despite having no reason to be hopeful, maintained his faith that he could overcome this and that things were going to be okay. He kept his hope that a solution existed, and he persevered until he got his wife back. I think that if he could continue to have faith and hope in such hopeless straits, then there's nothing in my life that should shake my faith that things will work out if I try my best. And I think this theme of the importance of hope is present in all cultures. And the first example that comes to my mind is that it is one of the main themes in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it also reminds me of a quote I read when I was in 7th grade by Bruce Lee.
He's a good.
Very different sources, right? He said, "Do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one." And when I read this, I thought, well, that's stupid. Why would I not want an easy life? Who would try to make their lives harder? But when I was discussing Ram's story with Mom, it occurred to me that I had been thinking about this all wrong. Maybe Bruce Lee wasn't saying that a hard life was better than an easy life, but that asking for an easy life is not practical. We often can't control how easy our life will be. So instead, he tells us to ask for the strength to not lose hope and overcome the hardships life throws at us. I wish you all a happy Diwali.